Hello, my name's Kayla, this is Cinnamon the Score Bunny, and I am once again making a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet box art video. Earlier this week, I got to participate in the Pokemaniacs Podcast, and during that discussion, Soul Silver Art and I talked about different theories for the box art of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In case you haven't watched my other videos on this topic, there are quite a few of them. I think that these 4 symbols on the box art relate to different features in the game. Another theory, and this aligns with what Riddler Koo said about the legendaries having 5 forms, is that this dragon in the center and these 4 symbols on the side are meant to represent the different forms the legendary will take. During my discussion with Soul Silver, we considered the idea that maybe it could be both. Now, don't get me wrong, I still think that what's inside the circles represent features of the game. But look at the yellow art framing these circles. We know that obviously the dragons in the center represent the forms that we've already seen. A lot of people have speculated that based on their designs, one of the legendary Pokemon's other forms is going to be kind of like a motorcycle that's used for ground travel. And what do we see in each of the top corners of the box art? Well, those are wheels. If we look at the box art of Pokemon Scarlet, we'll see that these wheels have spikes. And if we look at the design of Koraidon, what we're assuming is going to become the wheel also has spikes. Meanwhile, if we look at the art for Pokemon Violet, we still see these wheels, but there are no spikes. Similarly, the design of the legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Violet does not have spikes on what we assume are the wheels. A lot of people have been speculating that the legendaries are also going to be getting a flying form. I think this form is represented by these symbols on the sides of the box art. On the box for Pokemon Scarlet, we see what looks like a central figure that has 2 large wings. The design on this part of the box art for Violet also looks like it's in flight, but the Violet box art looks more like it's gliding, whereas the Scarlet box art looks like it might need to flap its wings in order to fly. This makes sense because Koraidon has feathers and Miraidon has these sort of hover jet things. Okay, so we have regular form, ground travel form, and flying form. That's 3 forms of the legendaries, but we know we have 2 more. These last 2 I have theories about, but I'm much less sure, so if you guys have ideas, make sure you let me know in the comments. Okay, so the 4th thing I noticed are that we have these little spiral shapes on the Pokemon Scarlet box art, which are more like angled lines on the Pokemon Violet box art. I'm thinking this could maybe be a water travel form since the little spiral looks like it maybe could be swimming and the Pokemon Violet little angle looks like it might be kind of gliding. It might be more like a jet ski. Not sure about that one because these are just lines, so it's a lot harder to tell. The only things left are the symbols on the top part of the box art and the bottom part of the box art. At first I thought that these top symbols might be for multiversal travel, especially because the one on Pokemon Scarlet kind of looks like Rayquaza when it went Mega and went into space. But unlike Pokemon Scarlet, which has a different symbol on the top and bottom, Pokemon Violet has the same symbol on the top and bottom. This makes the analysis of these parts of the box art very tricky. It's possible that the top part of the box art is supposed to represent their types, since for Pokemon Violet, we're pretty sure this is gonna be Dragon Electric, and then for Pokemon Scarlet, these look kind of like fists, maybe, and we're pretty sure it's gonna be Dragon Fighting. But if the top of the box art is just the types, that means that we're relying on the bottom part of the box art to explain their final forms. For Pokemon Scarlet, this is actually pretty easy. Those look kind of like spikes or mountains, so we probably are going to have some sort of climbing form. It gets more complicated when we look at the Pokemon Violet box art though, because the symbols on the bottom are the same as the symbols on the top. Maybe instead of using brute strength to climb like Koraidon, Miraidon will use electromagnetism or something like that in order to climb up surfaces. So to summarize, yes, I think that the box art is alluding to the 5 forms of the legendary Pokemon, with the center being the battle form, the wheels being the ground travel form, the side being the flying form, the corners being the water travel form, and the bottom being the climbing form. But the 4 symbols in each of the corners relate to core features of the game, not the different forms of the legendaries. So yeah, the box art shows us both these core features and the different forms of the legendaries. What do you think about this idea? Especially the last 2 symbols, because I'm not so sure about those ones. If you have any theories, make sure to drop them in the comments. And if you learned something new from this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!